This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, friends.
Good morning.
Got a real treat for you on the show today. Our immediate boss, David McClung, let's use his full name, tells us a story of what not to do when you're trying to send a sexy pic to somebody.
Yeah. You'll hear some of the callers that we had this morning and you're going to wet your pants.
I know, and you might look at your dad differently.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Ross, what did you like about today's show?
Oh, all of it. We had an Olympic gold medalist on the show. She was
Neomie Fox, incredible.
Yep.
Yes.
She was great.
What about the big Pav? He came in for a bit of footy chat.
Yep.
What about the incredibly fast Jordan Clark?
He's got some wheels for a white guy, hasn't he?
For a white guy.
No one expects it.
Lachlan Kennedy?
God, he got beaten the other day.
Man in
You
the
see he got
country.
beaten the other day? Anyway, it was in China. He performed particularly well.
Last one, you had to take your dog to the vet or your pet, and it was particularly awkward. We're going to hear some great stories there too.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean. On Nova. 937. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's 4:06. Nathan, Nat and Sean. Ross filling in for Nathan today. But guess what, everybody? Johnny Mac is back in the studio.
In person, yeah, good to be back. You got to go through all those checks when you've been away for a while about have you got your garage key to get in? The roller door to be able to make sure that goes up.
Yeah.
So we have a remote to get in the car park.
Yep.
We need a security pass to get into the building. Did you? Could you find them easily?
Yeah, luckily enough I did. But last night when I got home, my car door was ajar.
Oh.
And I hadn't driven my car, obviously, for 9 or 10 days.
Battery?
And the battery was flat.
Sean.
Yeah. So I was like, oh,
did
no.
one of
And
your
I only
kids-
realised this. That was about 8 o'clock at night.
Did one of your kids you drive your car? Like, as two kids stayed behind, yeah?
Yeah, well, the youngest said he absolutely didn't, and the oldest may have. I'm not sure, but he wasn't at home to ask him at the time.
I'm very happy you're back as well, Shawnee, because I'm assuming you don't have the West Australian that works over in Bali for you. Because,
Yeah, it didn't.
Because what did you get me to do yesterday for 20 minutes?
Oh, I got you to go through the paper with me.
Read
Like
the
he was your
paper.
grandson.
Yeah,
You could still see.
Read the paper to Shawnee Mac.
That is a great analogy. And I can picture myself doing that for my dad very shortly.
Can you read the paper?
Why'd
Can
you-
you please, young fella?
Why'd you get me to do it to you this morning?
Well, I just thought we've just found a new groove, Ross. Why not?
Sean's also excited because what's in the corner? The Aldi snack stand, Sean.
Mate, it's amazing. By the way, I'm looking at the stuff. I don't know. I heard you talk about Rockmelon the other day,
Yes.
Nat, which is my daughter's favourite. But
Is it?
she loves
Well, you can
Rockmelon.
take that one home for her because it's my least favourite.
When I look at the middle row, right, because Megan gets up and about over the Aldi cheeses,
Yeah.
and when she has people over, she wants to do her own, charcuterie board, and she's off to Aldi all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're just going to use this as your personal supermarket, is that what you're
Sean's-
saying?
Mate, I'm a
Aldi
shopper.
snack
I'm the
stand.
shopper in the house, so
supposed
yeah,
to
I'll
be
be at
our-
Aldi today, to be honest.
This is our snacks for us to eat during the show, not for you to take home to feed your family.
Read the fine print.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hey, when I was heading back yesterday, bit of a smooth ride straight after we were speaking to Casey Donovan. I actually left just before 9 o'clock.
Yes, you had to shoot through because you had a plane to catch.
Yeah, so we took off, got to the airport in no problem at all, and everything was running really smoothly. Just flew with Jetstar. It was all running really well. So we're kind of like, this
no
is gonna be
queues
perfect.
and everything, so that no airport queues or anything. It was all good.
Yeah, and we weren't there early enough. Now, you know when you have to wait around for a long time? We weren't at that stage.
You hit the sweet spot.
Yeah, it really was.
Well, you weren't panicked, but also you didn't have to wait.
Yeah, so
Great.
by the time we got through the airport part, all we did was keep walking down, grabbed a couple of snacks and went to the gate. The bus, it's one of those situations where you've got to jump on the bus and they drive you to the plane because you haven't got, all the other terminals are taken up. So we did that, and we were one of the last, which is great for me, right? Because I hate waiting for people. We were one of the last buses to get there, and there was a lot of people already in their seats ready to rock and roll. Sat down in my spot. I was on the window. I was pumped.
You were having the best time ever.
I was sitting next to a couple of Chinese girls who were travelling around the world, I guess, and they were heading
weren't
down
you sitting next to your family?
Oh, because it was only the way it worked. It was only 2 seats. Cooper's still there, by the way. He stayed over. In Bali.
Yeah, right.
And there was only 2 seats, and then another seat spare. So I took the window seat. It was perfect because of these girls of Asian descent. They're only small.
Oh, perfect.
And I've got so much room. I'm ready to take off. This is bloody brilliant.
Yeah.
And then the pilot comes over and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. There's going to be a delay."
Oh.
Unfortunately, a couple of passengers today have decided not to come with us on this journey down to Perth.
So, okay. But their bags were on the plane?
Their bags are on
so
the
they have to be
plane. It's going to
offloaded.
now take us some time to be able to locate their bags and take them off. We do apologise.
I'm
And he
so
said it really
intrigued.
sarcastically, Nat.
Yes,
You don't-
I'm so intrigued by this scenario where you're at the airport, you've checked in, your bags have been loaded on, and then you go, yeah.
What do you think, Ross? What would that be? What would the reason be?
I reckon either they had a bit too much to drink, because you said they had attitude when they announced it, so they had too much
pilot
drink.
did,
sure.
So they're like, you're not coming on. Maybe they had a
Or they were
fight.
just too late to actually board and they
Yeah.
closed the gate. That's possible.
But that'd be if
But it's more of a hassle to take the bags off, but sometimes you've got to make a stand.
But it sounds like the airline was making a stand against them potentially, so
Yeah.
they did something wrong, right?
Yeah.
It seemed that way.
And sure, they're going to punish an entire plane load of people
Yeah.
in order to teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
But still, the pilot would have been, I can make that up on the way home.
And he
I hate that, by
did
the
a
way.
really good
If
job.
you can make it up, just go faster in the first place.
I don't get that either. And it happens all the time, isn't it? We'll endeavour to make that up.
I know.
What do you mean, dropping the hammer?
Sean, last year when I was coming back from Vietnam, I was flying it with Qantas back from Singapore to Perth.
Phone on
and
silent as well, Sean,
I'd
please.
used points to upgrade to business, so I was up the front of the plane, classy bit, and it's great. And you sit there and they give you a drink to start off with, and you're sitting there going, "Oh, this is great." And everybody's on the plane, and then two flight attendants walk up to a guy who's about 3 rows behind me, still in business class, so another business class passenger, and they say really sternly, "Sir, you have to come with us. Get your things." And I'm like, it's been offloaded off this plane. And so he didn't question it.
Yeah.
He didn't go, "What are you talking about? What's this about?" He just silently got up, got his bag down from the overhead locker.
Yep.
And walked off the plane, was escorted off the plane by them. So it wasn't done by the police. So it can't have been anything that serious. And I did check the news for a few days after to see if anybody had been arrested for anything dramatic in Singapore.
Yeah, of
Singapore's
course.
got some pretty tough laws.
Definitely.
But also, he wasn't being obnoxious. He wasn't being a disruptive passenger. What did he do?
And he didn't question it, so he knew he
No.
did something, right?
Yes.
But we want to know.
Was there an entry that's separate for the business part to the regular plane? Because sometimes there's the two
I
branches
know what
that
you
come
mean.
away.
Split 'em.
I think there might have been.
So
but he
could
was-
he just fake being in business class?
But
and
why wouldn't they just send him back to his proper seat then? They didn't say,
that's a good
"Sir,
point.
mate, can we see your boarding pass?"
Yep. But he knew he was in trouble.
He knew he was in trouble.
I'd like to know what he was
I
doing.
know, intriguing.
Or what he'd done.
Why don't people tell us what's happening?
Give us an update, mate. We love these stories.
Two great stories we don't know the end to.
I will never know. We'll never know the ending.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Stay out. Feel the fever this Suncorp Super Netball season and join the Green Army. Get your West Coast Fever tickets at Ticketek now.
All right, let's talk you through what you're playing for. West Coast Fever taking on the Sunshine Coast Lightning this Saturday at RAC Arena. It's going to be a ripper. I'll be there at the game in a box. There's pre-game hospitality, courtside drinks, my company.
Yeah.
God.
What wouldn't you want?
Win, win, win. 2 box tickets are up for grabs if you win today's round of Foxy Boxies, which is what, Ross?
Sure. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? Two callers going to go head-to-head in the best-of-7 battle. We're going to roll our giant box, which is dice, in the studio. Questions assigned to each of the numbers. The same number comes up, and this is important to remember. Same number comes up, it's the same question. So you can
right. Okay, yeah.
buzz in and get involved in
Now, the way to be able to answer is to buzz in with your name. You can't just yell out the answer. Let's...
Oh, we
Oh,
lost.
no, we've lost one
somebody.
of our callers. Well, we'll talk to Michelle first. Michelle, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Wonderful, Michelle.
At the moment,
you ready to go courtside at the West Coast Fever if you're successful?
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Have you been to a Fever game before?
No, I've never been. I've got a lot of friends that play netball and do all that on my softball team. So, yeah, it'd be, king.
Excellent. All right. Well, you're now going to be taking on Ryan from Averley. Morning, Ryan.
Morning, how you going?
Hey, buddy.
All right. Our last caller dropped out, so you are lucky. You've just swooped in at the last minute. Ryan, a big netball fan?
Daughter plays netball. First game on Saturday, so looking forward to it.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, great.
That season, isn't it?
It is
All
that
right.
season.
We better test your buzzers. Michelle,
Michelle.
Ryan.
Ryan.
They're working, guys. And Ryan, in case you miss it, if we roll the same number twice, it'll be the same question, okay? There's only 6 questions. Best of 7.
No worries.
Okay, question number 1. Which Aussie singer rose to fame on Neighbours and went on to become a global pop star?
Ryan.
Ryan?
Nat Bashing Face.
Global pop star.
What are we going to do?
We're not gonna pay it. It was Kylie Minogue is the correct answer.
Hey, not bad though, Ryan.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same, to be honest, buddy.
We've rolled up number 5.
Okay, here it is. What's the name of the green monster who lives in the garbage can on Sesame Street?
Michelle?
Oscar.
Yes, Oscar
Oscar
the
the
Grouch
Grouch.
is correct. Okay, next up, we've rolled up number 5. What's the name of the green monster who lives in the garbage can?
Ryan.
Ryan?
Oscar.
Yes,
Well done,
it is.
Ryan. One apiece.
Okay, one apiece.
Okay, what have we've rolled up number 4.
Here it is. What does the WD position in netball stand for?
Ryan?
Ryan.
Wing defence.
Oh, he loves
Yes,
it.
Ryan leads 2-1.
No one wants to play that position.
We've rolled up a 3. Which pop diva starred in burlesque alongside Ryan?
No. Lost it.
Alongside Cher was the rest of the question. The answer is Christina Aguilera.
Okay.
We've rolled up number 6.
Question: which Disney princess has a raccoon as a sidekick? Yep, Pocahontas it is.
Pocahontas was the answer. Okay, we've rolled up 2. Which green vegetable is shaped like a tiny cabbage and divides opinion?
Ryan.
Ryan?
Brussels sprouts.
Oh,
Yes,
it does.
Ryan.
Where do you
Ryan,
sit on the Brussels sprout
Love them.
factor?
I'm on board. Ryan leads 3-1, so he's on the brink of victory. We've rolled up number 2.
Which green vegetable is shaped like a...
Ryan.
Michelle?
Brussels sprouts.
Yes.
2-3.
Okay, we've rolled up a 5. What's the name of the green monster? Michelle.
Oscar.
Yes.
3
It's
apiece.
tied up. It all comes down to this one, and it is, we've rolled up a 1.
Okay, which Aussie singer rose to fame?
Michelle for the win.
Kylie Minogue.
Michelle did it.
Ryan, she
Ryan,
nutted you
fell
there.
in a heap, mate.
Oh, you got
I
it.
know. Thanks for being a solid player, though. Michelle, I'm going to be seeing you on Saturday. You've won 2 box tickets to watch West Coast Fever take on the Sunshine Coast Lightning this Saturday at RAC Arena. Everybody else, get your tickets via Ticketek. It's going to be a ripper of a match. Chanel Fowler is back and she's in form.
There you go.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Welcome to the studio. Our boss, David McClung.
Hi, David.
Hey, Shawnee.
So Dave and I were at a birthday party on Saturday night, and Dave told me a story, and I said, you need to tell the rest of the gang this story on air. Take it away,
I've been trying to think how
David.
to do it without getting fired.
That is a great start.
So last week, I was messaging a friend. I don't know how to describe. It's I guess a special friend who we sometimes send.
I got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Send messages
I think
to.
it's safe to say a potential paramour,
What does that mean?
I don't know.
lover,
yeah.
shall we say?
No. No, but okay, I get where you're going.
Temporary one.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Short-term lover.
Short-term labour, can we put it that way? Okay.
Yeah. So I sent this person a Snapchat, which was of my
Body part.
Sexy bit.
consensual, by the way. We've done
That's
this
right.
before, right?
Okay.
So yeah. And it was weird because I didn't get a response.
Well, I was taking some time, Dave, but I swear I sent one back to you.
But anyway, then I looked and I'd sent it to the wrong person. And worse than that, I'd sent it to someone that we work with, in a straight married man.
We have him on the phone here. Leno, who used to work with us, he used to press the buttons back in the day, and now he's a big wig.
Oh, he's a champion.
Leno, hello.
Morning.
Good morning, Nat. Good morning, Sean. Morning, David.
Good morning.
And Ross is here
Ross is
too,
here
by the
too,
way.
yeah.
Leno.
Can I talk it through first? So I did look, and I was trying to figure out how to unsend a Snapchat because I could tell Leno hadn't looked at it yet. Because Leno lives in Sydney, so he'd already gone to bed.
Yes.
And
Quite late at night, was it, Dave?
Weird time.
Booty call.
you have no idea how much Googling I did. I couldn't on for the life
Can I
of me.
undo this?
I couldn't figure out how to do it. It did say that if you block the them on Snapchat. Some people said that helped. So I blocked Leno on Snapchat.
Yes.
But I still wasn't sure it had worked. So I had to send Leno a message saying, hey, just to let you know, I've accidentally sent you a Snapchat of my, please don't open it. And
Leno,
what happened?
did you open it?
Okay, so I thought this is going to be very handy to have in your back pocket for a little while.
Definitely.
I did torment Dave with sending him videos of people looking at their phone shops that he knew as well, other colleagues. And then I just left it sitting there. And then for the next 2 weeks, anytime I wanted to do there was work I didn't want to do, I just said, remember that I have an unopened Snapchat on my phone, Dave.
I mean, it's a great bargaining chip, isn't it? That's just amazing.
So, Leno, it probably would have been weighing on you at some stage. Should I just have a sneak peek?
Well, this is the thing. Dave then told me so often that, no, if you block them, they can't see it. Like, it doesn't happen. But for all Snapchat users out there, if you are blocked, that picture will still come up.
So, did you screenshot it?
You can't do that because you get notified. So I took a photo of it from another phone.
He's joking. Leno was very good about it. Leno and I get along very well. Leno's been great about it.
Dave doesn't want to get in more trouble. Leno,
he's on the other side of the country. He can do whatever he likes.
Leno, our HR department is listening.
Did you have to explain this to the wife? What was the story there? Because it sounds like I accidentally sent me.
Yeah.
I mean, that certainly would raise some question marks. But the unfortunate thing for Dave is his reputation precedes him. And she was like, "Oh, how am I not surprised of all of your friends?"
Classic Dave.
Great job, Leno. Anyway, Leno will be running this company by the end of the week.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got dirt on everyone
That's
now.
right. You're what we call our new boss, Leno. Look forward to working with you. Look, let's talk about it. I think the topic we should do is maybe, oops, that wasn't meant for you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be necessarily a sexy Snapchat.
I don't know how sexy you are.
Don't undersell yourself, Dave.
This happened to a friend of mine, Matthew. I'm going to go with his first name. I won't say the nicknames. But he was down at the raffles and he was having a meeting with somebody and it was going really poorly.
Like a business meeting.
It was going really poorly.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting along with the guy at all. So the guy got up to go to the toilet and left his phone on the table. Matthew rings another friend, Brad. I'll go with his first name as well.
Rings him or texts him?
Texts him. And he says, this is going terribly. A lot of swear words about the guy he's dealing with.
Like a quick character assessment.
Yep. And give me a call in like 5 minutes so that I can use that as a way of getting out of this meeting.
Yep.
And he pressed send.
So girls get out of dates, but keep going.
He pressed sends, the phone is on the table and just beeps.
Oh,
and
no.
he realised he's sent it directly to this guy who's just gone to the toilet. So he reckons the first thing that went through his mind is he stood up, he grabbed this guy's phone and he's thinking, I'm pegging this.
Because he'd be looking at it like, can I delete it? Can I delete it?
Yeah.
But you can't.
He can't. So he's got it in his phone and he's thinking, I'm going to just peg this into the river because you're right. You're out in that outdoor section at the raffles.
He comes back and it's like, where's my phone? I don't know, you took it with you to the toilet.
So what do you do?
In the end, he decided to come. The best thing was he came clean to the guy face to face and then just left.
Yeah.
That is super
that's
awkward.
mortifying. Roxy's in Belden. Morning, Roxy.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Roxy.
Okay, Rox, so we are talking when, like, oops, you had that feeling, oops, that's not meant for you. What happened?
Yeah, so it wasn't actually me. It was my brother-in-law, and it was about 10 years ago. And Instagram had just started, and he had just started dating a girl who he's actually now engaged to. And he went onto Instagram because they had this filter thing where you could, filter your pictures. And he thought, he took a, obviously, shot of his bits and put the filter on, but didn't realise that he actually posted it to Instagram.
But at least there was a filter on it, so it looked good,
Yeah. Until we got a message from one of his mates saying, hey, mate, I don't know if you realise, but your bits are all over the internet.
How long would have it lasted up before you...
Don't say how long.
That's really good.
Lasted up.
Lasted up. Yeah. I mean,
We'll just move on.
Was it on Instagram for long?
I don't think so. It was probably like a few hours, and Instagram was quite new, so there weren't too many people on it, but the story does get circulated still to this day.
The fact that he filtered that.
Yeah, I know.
Just a different shade.
Look, it's best.
Valencia, no, black and
the
white.
Paris filter on that. It comes up a treat through that, the wrinkles. Thanks, Roxy. Ashley's in Girraween. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
All right, Ash. Okay, what have you got for us? What happened?
So I worked for this guy probably like a year ago now, and he was just horrible. He would make me do his personal things, pick up, shoes for him, and I was his bookkeeper at the time. So he was just horrible, and one day he was just being an absolute ass, and I was messaging my partner, and I was just going in about my boss.
Yep. Yes. Coming clean.
And
yep.
I've accidentally sent it to my boss.
Oh, Ash. What do you do then? I mean, obviously, you feel in the pit of your stomach, you feel so bad.
I was just like beside myself. I was crying. I rang my partner and I was just like, oh my God, I've just sent him this message and I've called him all these names.
Yes.
I've gone in and my boss ended up calling me and just blasting me, and then I lost my job on the spot.
Oh, but also, was that secretly really just a good thing?
It was. Looking back, it was, because he would call me at 11 o'clock at night and want me to do all these things, and it was a blessing in disguise, but I've never been so scared.
Yes.
In my life, I was shaking, and it was horrible.
He should have been better than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because clearly that's failure's feedback, as the great man used to say.
Yes.
So you read that and you go, I must have been terrible for this person to be in this position. If they... Yeah.
But he was he sounds like he was a narcissist who wouldn't have seen that. He would have seen that the problem was clearly Ashley and not him, because he's perfect. Ash.
Yes, it was horrible.
That's a horrible experience, but I think obviously it was for the best.
And you told him.
Yeah.
And you told him.
Yeah.
You said your bit. You didn't mean to.
Yeah.
You said your bit about it.
Yeah.
To him.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Got
Ash.
my chest.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's scary.
Sarah's in Canning Vale. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, guys.
All right. What got sent to the wrong person, Sarah?
That was actually my dad a few years ago. So I was at work and I got a text message from him. It's not like Snapchat, so you kind of have access to it straight away.
Yeah.
And he had sent me a photo of his bit. I put him immediately, and he at the time had a girlfriend named Sarah as well. So I assumed sent it to the wrong Sarah.
That is...
He tried to cover it up.
How?
But
What did he say?
With a sock.
How do you cover that up?
He said it was an accident, and the camera was just on accidentally.
And he had no pants on.
Well,
yeah.
It was not an accident. It was very well prepared. That's all I would say.
It was well prepared. Sarah.
You don't want to see that side of your dad.
No, and then I asked him if he wanted me to forward that to the right Sarah, just to tease him a bit. But I think he couldn't look at me, and we were a bit awkward for about 2 weeks after that.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
God.
You've seen a side of your dad that no daughter needs to see.
A side or a length?
That's just stuff a nightmare.
Oh, I'm mortified on everybody's behalf there. That's awful. But and dads, if you're going to date someone and their name is the same as your daughter's, you need to put something in your phone that makes it very apparent that they're different people. Very apparent.
Well, just don't send those pics.
Oh, no, that's not an option.
Okay,
What are you talking about?
Ross?
Look, we're loving these stories. Let's do some more. Laura, hello.
Hey, how you going?
Good, Laura. What happened?
Okay, so I worked in aged care for 24 years. This is when emails first came out.
Yes.
And one of our lovely residents had passed away, so our manager had sent a message out to everyone to let us know. And I've written back OF, like the F word, because we love this lady.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just going back to my manager, and I didn't realise it was going back to about 400 staff.
Oh. The old
called into
group
the
message.
office and,
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look
Anyway,
do you get in trouble, Laura?
Oh, not a lot of trouble. They knew my personality, but they just wanted me to realise that, you know, if you're replying to an email, that it's going to go to everybody.
The old reply all, don't you?
Yeah. That's the stuff that'd get me.
And it was
regularly.
at the beginning. It was at the beginning of email.
Yeah.
You know.
But I think that was a nice thing to say because you were fond of that lady.
The sentiment was there.
Sentiment.
I mean, your language, filthy potty mouth, but the sentiment's nice.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks, Laura. Colin's in Stratton. Morning, Col.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
All right, Colin, what happened?
Okay, so look, it wasn't me, it was my sister. The long and short of it, and I'll preface it with, she's 24, dating this lovely guy, Adrian. Now, they'd been going out for 6, 8, 9 months, whatever at this time. And they finally got that, like, oh, it's okay to send those pictures phase, which I don't know, that's where they were at, right?
Yeah.
The problem is, my uncle's name is also Adrian, and his wife is also Jess.
Oh.
So, they actually had exchanged photos before realising that it was each other.
Oh.
Hang on.
You had two of the combination, two women with Jess.
Yes. So
the two men were Adrian.
The Adrian-Jess combination times 2.
And then, obviously, the horrified reaction when it sounds like... So I actually had to fact-check this. I asked him, I was like, when did I find out? She said, Adrian, apparently, my uncle had, spoken to his wife, going like, oh, I love that pic, blah, blah, blah.
And she said,
she's
what
gone,
pic?
What picture?
How well do you know your partner? You're not picking that up.
Because you should know their body, shouldn't you?
Yeah,
or
you should.
is a face
recognise
in
the
there?
angle. Maybe it's a different angle to what you're
Well, we did talk about filters just before.
I mean, good for her, because she's 20 years older than, my Jess.
Yes.
So, power to her if she can pull that off. But, it was an interesting family...
Yeah, makes Christmas awkward, I reckon,
Yeah, Cole.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Cole, I've got 2 sister-in-laws that are both Nicole McManuses, and their middle name starts with a J too, so that's always making things difficult for them. But they're having that combination, 2 Jesses, 2 Adrians in the family.
When it's your uncle as well.
Yeah.
Like when you discover you've been sending sexy pics to your uncle.
Back and forth.
That's not good.
If he sends one back,
like it was only the one.
Right,
But
One is too many. I'm just going to put it out there. Oh, Colin. Thank you. Great stories, everybody.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
This is a great opportunity to catch up with a champion. She's one of the ambassadors for the Ovarian Cancer Research Foundation. Have an annual campaign with Witchery are great supporters of this. It's the White Shirt Campaign. 100% of gross proceeds when you buy the specific white shirt, and it is this year designed by one of the Victorian Woods designers, which is amazing. And they've got white jeans as well, so you can pair it up. So check those out because, this is a great fundraiser for the OCRF, and one of the ambassadors this year is none other than Olympic gold medalist in the kayak cross, Neomie Fox, who joins us now. Neomie, hello.
Morning.
Hello, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure.
It's a great cause. We're right behind it. What drew you to being an ambassador for this, Neomie?
I think it's just one of the iconic, long-lasting campaigns that you see and are always inspired by. And when I got the call to be in this campaign, it was definitely one of those pinch-me moments. When you kind of get a platform, I know that I'm someone that wants to know how I can, use it to the best of my advantage to spread the right message. And I think working with the OCRF is, one of the most important messages out there that we need to really kind of bring back into the limelight. So, it's been such an incredible campaign to be part of with so many incredible women as well.
Oh, no doubt. And you're a great ambassador, obviously coming into everybody's hearts when you won gold in the slalom cross. That was amazing, obviously. How do you protect your own time? Because there'd be so many people wanting to
you would get approached for so many things to be a face of. Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like there's definitely a lot of excitement that comes with that, because obviously for me it's quite new and I'm trying to say yes to everything that, appeals to me. But, you know, when I get stopped in the street, especially, you know, maybe 7 months post-Olympics, it's still exciting to relive those and hear everyone else's Olympic journey or where they were when they were watching. So now it's definitely, you know, something that I still love. But definitely coming back from the Olympics in August was just a shell shock as to, you know, how life changed and everyone wanting a little piece of you. But, you know, now I think it's really special to be reliving Olympics and having more, you know, intimate moments or doing school talks and things like that. So it's still really nice.
Well, why don't we quickly relive the moment that it happened? So this is American commentators. We'll have a listen.
What a story.
That's an incredible story.
Neomie Fox, a gold medal. Jess Fox, her sister, 2 gold medals. 3 golds between the sisters. Are you kidding me?
Firstly, was that you screaming in the background there?
I think that was Jess, and I was laughing at that. There was just so much screaming and raw emotion because it was just unbelievable, you know, like it's just the way it unfolded. So, yeah, it makes me laugh hearing all those guttural screams that we were letting out.
It's so good.
Obviously. So
what a moment. And I mean, the thing was, so talk to us about, so this was Paris, but talk to us about Tokyo, because you were there but not competing and you were there supporting Jess, and then 3 years later you're winning gold.
Yeah, exactly. So Tokyo, I was an Olympic commentator actually, and managed to go watch Jess win that first historic gold for the women's canoe, and it kind of just made me really, it was kind of final straw for me to commit everything and try go for Paris. I was just over being in the stands, in the sidelines, or behind the scenes. Like I really wanted to have my final moment, and you know, it's in those moments where someone will win gold or, you know, a heartbreak that sport just makes you live such extreme emotions, and you know, you want to kind of keep chasing that and eventually live your own and make other people dream and make other people stand up in their couches and scream with you. So, you know, to be able to have done that in Paris is just something that will be grateful for, you know, for the rest of my life. Yeah.
You saw her do it, you go, yeah, I wouldn't mind that gold medal as well.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, okay, I want one.
Sisters, you both got gold medals, but let's go back to before you had gold medals. What did you fight about growing up?
It's funny I talk about this sometimes, but, like, Jess is not someone that you can really fight with. She's so calm and, like, chill that you kind of just
that's annoying.
think, all right. So,
you're the problem.
It is annoying, you know. She's just the perfect role model and got the best ATAR, and then, you know.
Oh, yeah, did she?
Unbearable.
Today we kind of, we don't fight a little bit more, but I still, because she's so nice, I get away with stealing a lot of her clothes or this and this, and then she'll pick up on my Instagram and say, hey, are those my shoes? And I'll say, oh, yeah, oops.
God, there was so much goodwill towards your whole family.
Yes.
And we're so lucky to have you competing for Australia.
Yes.
You have the opportunity to do that for France.
Yes, because of your mum, yeah.
Do you guys speak French?
Yeah, we speak French. Franglish is like the first language, I'd say.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's awesome. And I wanted to know also, I'm not sure if you've had a big break or where you are at your training at the moment. Of course, there's always another World Championship around the corner or an Olympic game. So how's life at the moment?
It's good. It's busy. We just actually wrapped up our national championships. I came away with 2 titles, which was good. And then in 2 weeks, we head overseas for the start of our World Cup. So we're definitely in crunch time. But then, excitingly, we have the home World Championships in Penrith, so Western Sydney, in October. So there hasn't been that much of a break because of this, you know, kind of next big milestone and that opportunity of competing on a home course in front of a home crowd. So we're lucky that we love the sport, and it's kind of like surfing in that sense. You know, it's exciting, it's fun, and that definitely makes it a lot easier to get back in the boat, you know.
Yeah, surfing you just mentioned, right? So if you win a WSL competition, it's $100,000 generally is the...
you've got that prize money?
Okay, I take that back.
What do you get? Anything? Do you get anything?
Is there any monetary value, like even $5,000 or something if you win win an event?
A world title?
So we really call it a passion sport, right? It's not professional in that sense, but there will be a little bit of cash prize if you win the overall World Cup, but not for the World Championships. So So, yeah, you do it for the love of the waves.
It's amazing. And I mean, the one that you won the gold medal for, that cross event, where basically it's like you drop in off the roof of a barn. Like that's what it looks like. It looks like you would practice this by dropping into the swimming pool off the roof.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah, it's definitely a contact sport.
Yeah, so, and it is such a physical sport. So you must have to train in all sorts of ways in order to be the strongest and the best at your sport.
Yeah, it's definitely physical, and, you know, compared to the canoe slalom events, we're pushing down an 18-kilo boat, so it's very heavy. Everything is much more physical. So outside of the water, we'll have to do a lot of endurance training and strength training in the gym, and a lot of altitude training as well to, like, you know, build up your endurance. So there's a lot that kind of goes into it, but a lot of water and sprint training and then technical training. So it definitely keeps it exciting because you always have something to work on. We're
so
not
like
just,
swimming, where you're just going up and down the pool all the time.
I was going to use that example, and then I thought I might not throw them under the bus. But.
I would give anything for your core, by the way. I mean, I wouldn't do all of the exercise you're doing, but I would give anything for your core.
You're guaranteed to have a sweet rig. That's it.
Yeah,
you've got to do all the stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Cross
Amazing.
training, literally.
Yeah, well, we'll have to take you for a spin one day, and you can test out the core control.
No. I know that my core would not be up for it.
God, I think we'd all be in trouble.
I'm very happy to watch you, though, because you are incredible. Well done. And this is such a great campaign to be a part of. You can, for every white shirt and white jeans sold at Witchery during this campaign, which ends on the 8th of May, so hurry up, you 100% of the gross proceeds, we're not talking profits, we're talking the gross proceeds.
That's so good, Nat.
Goes to the Ovarian Cancer Research Foundation. You're a great ambassador for it. No, Amy, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Now back to training.
That's it, crunches.
Thank you, Naomi.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Quiet, please. Quiet. It's time for Pet Tales. Nathan, Nat and Sean are positively perfect, and petcircle.com.au hand delivers the next day. Local warehouse, local delivery drivers, helping you pet better.
All right, pet lovers, this one's for you and your four-legged, feathered or even scaly besties. We don't judge.
Thanks to Pet Circle, where your pets get the best of everything, we're playing Pet Tales and giving you the chance to walk away with $1,000 cash.
All right, we look for the best pet story based on today's category. Firstly, we heard about murderous bunnies yesterday.
Yes.
Murderous bunnies.
Which was it? I mean, they didn't actually murder.
No,
attempted
but
murder.
It had intent. Today's category, you'll be pleased to know, we want to know the most awkward reason you had to take your animal to the vet.
Now, have you got one, Nat, just to give an example?
No, well, this was I narrowly avoided it.
Okay,
right. So at the time,
yes,
there was a particular vet at the vet practice that. Well, it's still going.
Was he super good looking?
Super good looking.
Okay.
Super good looking. Anyway, we'd been up to 2J and Lewis, I'd found a tick on him, but I couldn't keep him still enough to get it off.
Yeah.
I was worried about that. And so I made an appointment, and it happened to be with this particular vet, and then because I'm for tick removal. So, and about 10 minutes before, I thought, I'll just have another go. I'll just have another look at it. And then that's the moment that I realised that what I thought was a tick was actually just a dirty nipple. I nearly took my dog to the hot vet because he had a dirty nipple.
Well, that would have... you should have still gone. Because then you're going, well, okay, his is clean. What about mine? Any chance of a freebie?
We've got $1,000 cash up for grabs to whoever can tell us the story of their most awkward visit to the vet.
We got Olivia first up. Olivia, we're just talking about the awkward reasons you might have taken your pet to the vet. What's your story?
Yep. So it's actually not about me. It was about a client we had. I was a vet nurse in Sydney.
Yeah.
And we had a couple come in for a consult because their Rottweiler had swallowed something. So we took X-rays. We booked him into surgery, and then through surgery we realised that it's a G-banger that it swallows.
Dogs do love to eat knickers, don't they? They really do.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the catch was we handed the knickers in a bag to the lady afterwards of the couple, and she later came to us and said those were not her knickers.
No. Oh, you're kidding.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yes, so we're thinking it was a bit of a saucy situation.
Oh, no.
What a way to be found out.
Oh, my God. That is...
Yeah.
You've been snitched on by the dog, Sean. How do you feel about that?
I mean, you'd be that flat.
Yeah.
You'd be that flat. I've got away with this. I'll clean up all the details.
Yeah.
There's nothing around that's going to bring me undone
no
here.
incriminating evidence
not a
except for
thing.
what's inside the dog.
And
also, can we talk about the fact? So you take you remove these knickers have been inside a dog.
Mm-hmm.
You put them into a bag. She takes it home. I would just throw that in the bin.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You can keep
the
that.
fact that then she's looked at them and gone, oh, these
they're not
aren't mine. And they covered in a dog's insides. You know what I mean?
that is a ripper.
But what about him? He's probably copped a call from the missus, the other chick he hooked up with.
I can't find my knickers. Where's my
Can't find my knickers, and he'd be looking
No,
everywhere,
don't
under
worry
the
about
couch,
it.
under the bed,
Not
everywhere,
here.
Ross.
Yeah, he'd be stressed the entire time. Last place you look is inside the dog.
Yeah.
Olivia, what a great story. Thank you. You hang there. Rhiannon's in Port Kennedy. Hello.
Hello.
All right, talk to us about a really awkward vet visit you had to make.
Yeah, sure. We had this little guinea pig for my daughter, and his name was Goody. And he was super cute, so we decided to start taking him to guinea pig shows.
Wow, okay.
And it was hilarious. And he was actually a champion. He was a little winner.
Whoa.
And, yeah, he won lots of prizes. And then one day my daughter went to get him in the morning from his hutch, and she brought him in and said, "What's this?" And we realised that he had a bit of a prolapse, and his willy had come all the way out from the inside out. I don't know how it happens.
He turned his willy inside out. Is that a thing?
He turned his... Yeah, well, apparently it was, yeah. So I was freaking out, so I rushed him to the vet.
Yeah.
And they sort of looked at it and said, well, we don't really know what to do here because people don't normally bring their guinea pigs to the vet.
Yeah.
No. Here you go, but he's a show guinea pig.
Yeah, this is a champion.
Right, you know, my daughter loved him. Anyway, basically, he stayed for the whole day, and they called me to come and get him, and they sent me home with a little sample pot of lube and a rubber glove. So, and showed me how to just poke it back in when it fell out.
When it fell out! When his willy fell out!
When his willy fell out. But he died the next day.
Oh,
that's a sad story.
That is a sad.
Yeah, well, with a smile on his face.
Yes. Oh, that raises a lot of questions, that story.
It really does.
That is amazing. Oh, can I ask you, Rhiannon?
What are you going to ask her?
No, well...
She's not coming around with the rubber gloves, Sean.
You still got that lube? No. Where did you discover that you go, this guinea pig is so good looking, Goody the guinea pig, so good looking, I'm going to find somewhere to show... And does this happen regular where there's a showing of a guinea pig?
There is actually a guinea pig club, and you can show your guinea pigs. So after he died, we got another one, which was mine. I got him for Mother's Day, called Kevin, and he took out even more prizes.
Wow.
Whoa.
Kevin. Yeah. So
is there a lot of grooming involved? You have to brush them all the time to get them show ready?
Not really. I think they only won because we were new, but guinea pig clubs and guinea pig people, it's a whole new breed of people.
We need to jump into this, the world of guinea pig people.
World of guinea
Look it
pig.
up.
Yeah, professional guinea pig.
I had a heap
showers.
of them. I remember they were living on my balcony for ages. One was called Michael Jackson. I remember that. Bit of black and white in him.
Yeah.
Anyway, they just live the life on the balcony.
Where are they living their life, though? Is a balcony where a guinea pig should be living
Actually,
its
they
life?
had no view, so just cars driving past.
Thanks, Rhiannon. You hang there. Nikki's in Gingin. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
All right, we're talking about really awkward vet visits. What have you got for
Okay,
us?
so I was also a veterinary nurse.
You've
Sorry,
said it all.
It's a vet nurse story.
This is great.
And so we were just doing a simple sterilisation on a female cat, and all the surgery went well. I was assisting the vet. This was back 20 years ago when you didn't have to wear gloves and all that sort of thing. And so we stitched the cat back up, and I had recently just got engaged. And I've looked at my hand and realised my ring's missing. And
Nikki.
I had to say to the vet, I think that my ring might be inside the cat. And sure enough, we've done an X-ray. The owners are coming to pick their cat up. We had to make up an excuse that we were a bit late in surgery and had to open the cat back up and there is my engagement ring.
Are you kidding?
That is terrible.
It was inside the cat, and I never lived that one down. That's for sure.
No. There would
in the cat's uterus.
Literally. It wasn't in the uterus anymore.
Yeah, in the abdominal cavity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yes.
Now we went.
My God.
Yes. Every vet nurse in the city would like to reiterate they now wear gloves.
Yeah.
That is
Great.
next
They were
level.
Great stories,
They were
everybody.
epic.
We do have $1,000 cash from Pet Circle to give away right now.
I don't know what to do.
I know, it's tough, isn't it?
Dog that had a undies in it.
Yes.
Show
So the
guinea pig.
G-banger that showed up, so the dog that had eaten not his owner's G-banger, somebody else's, which sort of suggested a little bit of hanky-panky with the wrong lady.
Shawnee?
I was leaning towards the show guinea pig myself.
I
just loved every story.
I know. It's tough, isn't it?
I'm leaving it to you, Ross. 1, 2 or 3.
All right, we'll go with the guinea pig. Well done.
Rhiannon, you score $1,000 cash, all yours, because you had to put lube on your guinea pig's willy.
Goodie's memory lives on.
No, that's an amazing story.
Thank you so much. Yes, you can buy more guinea pigs. It'll be great.
$1,000 coming your way thanks to Pet Circle. Just Olivia and Nikki for your stories.
Yes.
Mate, they were outstanding.
So good.
And
Thank you,
you're stiff,
everybody. Yeah.
Literally. Guinea pig stiff. Missing out on that title.
His willy went inside out. We don't even know how that's a thing.
I'll show you. Just go to a break.
Speaking of inside out willies, hi Sam. How's that for a segue?
Shawnee, you've been back one morning and I think you're going to get cancelled. You've said a few things today a little risque, but...
No, you said way worse. Trust me. You said way worse.
Very glad Rhiannon won that one. We used to have guinea pigs as kids.
Did you?
Yeah, never had to do any
champions?
of that. No champion. Maybe, and we didn't realise. But
Probably did.
Mum didn't let us get a dog. We were allowed the guinea pigs instead.
Wow.
So.
I know, but they breed like mofos.
We never got to that stage with them. I don't think they survived really long enough, probably.
You squeezed them really hard, didn't you? Because you loved them so much.
Oh, no, we let them out sometimes of the cage on the grass, and you let a few of them out and you scoop up a few back as well, and you just hope they're all sort of in there.
This is the RSPCA you're on the line.
Sam, I know why you
Please
didn't
look
get
after your guinea pigs properly.
This is why you didn't get a dog.
Why we're allowed dogs, yeah.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.